It's a clash of juggernauts for this evening's SSC Showdown. Two sides all knotted up at second place in conference standings and each holding national acclaim. For the home side Sharks, Coach Freeland Curry has hopes for an 8th straight win after re-entering the top 25 this week. The offensive arsenal has developed. Their teeth have been honed aggressively sharp, and they are ready to strike down a fellow giant from the West Coast. That aforementioned giant are the number 15 Spartans of Tampa, and they don't move easily. A stubborn defensive unit led by Sydney Kinn, who nearly has as many blocks this year as Nova's entire roster. She'll be the main problem, but behind her is an assortment of options who can all take over in their own right. It's the league's best offense hosting the league's best defense. What more could you want this Wednesday night? It's Tampa and Nova Southeastern coming up next on the SSC Digital Network. Welcome one and all to the broadcast. My name is Mark Schoenster. Excited to get you this nationally ranked D2 game between Nova Southeastern and Tampa underway from the Shark Tank. Hope you all have been having a fantastic January wherever you're tuning in from. It's going to be a good one. Like I previously mentioned, both teams sitting at 6-1 in their conference records, both also 14-1 on the season, sitting just behind the 7-0 Eckerd Tritons, which is the only team to hand Nova Southeastern a loss this season. Again, I reiterate every single broadcast that I get to be behind the mic in these women's games here from the Shark Tank. You got to keep winning to keep up with the top. As long as you stay one game behind, allow that slip up to happen, you could then hurdle them in the standings. And maybe you could be looking at a regular season title in the SSC. We got some quality teams this year in the conference. And of course, the Spartans are no stranger to quality this season. Sydney Kinn, like I previously mentioned, the current SSC Defensive Player of the Week. Also, third in the conference in scoring with 18 points per game. Meanwhile, at second in points per game, also at 18 when you do the rounding, Madison Frederick for Nova Southeastern. So although it's the best offense in the league against the best defense, Sydney Kinn is more than capable of putting on a show offensively. But of course, her 33 blocks this season, which is just 3 shy of Nova Southeastern's 36, is a staggering comparison when you look at the two. Also got a bunch of other SSC games on tonight. Of course, we've actually have the max amount, which is 5 games at the same time, given the fact that there are 11 teams in the conference. So also occurring tonight, Eckerd will be playing Barry. That'll be one both these teams will be wanting to stay privy to. Lynn will play Rollins, St. Leo will play Florida Southern, and Embry-Riddle will play Florida Tech. But with that in mind, with just about a minute until we get to all of our introductions, I'm going to step aside. You'll have to wait with bated breath for tip-off. But before that occurs, of course, we'll get Luis Perez to energize the crowd with some introductions and, of course, our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Southeastern University for today's conference matchup, featuring the visiting Spartans from the University of Tampa and your NSU Sharks. At this time, let's give you today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Spartans from Tampa, wide, Maya Gusto. Number 2, Sydney Kidd. Number 5, Audrey Ramsey. Number 15, Sarah Jones. And number 24, Malia Sullivan. The coaching staff of the Spartans, the assistant, and in out have Fennel, Tommy Jones, Caitlin Mitrick, and the head coach is Tom Jesse. Ladies and gentlemen, the visiting Spartans from Tampa. Mississippi, number 24, Kiara Grant. At board, the 5'7" graduate student from Tip City, Ohio, number 23, Madison Frederick. At guard, the 5'6" graduate student from Tampa, Mississippi, number 31, Kiara Grant. And at guard, the 5'10" sophomore from Ankara, Turkey, number 11, Zainal Safrin. The coaching staff of the Sharks, the assistants, Allison Hughes, McKenna Peters, and the head coach, Leanne Freeling Curry. Ladies and gentlemen, your NSU Sharks.
Your officiating crew for today, Cesar Tejeda, Alexis Perez, and Lainey Nelms. As we get things going here from the Shark Tank, number 24 Nova Southeastern against number 15 Tampa. That's Madison Frederick and Sydney Kidd. The second and third leading scorers in SSC play will go to the jump-off circle for the tip-off. Once again, my name is Mark Schoenster. Appreciate you tuning in here on the SSC Digital Network. We've got a good one on our hands, and it has begun. Tampa wins the tip-off and will start off with possession. It'll be Audrey Ramsey to start off the ball before bouncing it to Malia Sullivan. Jones checks it to Gusto. Gusto floats it up, and it's off the nose. Tipped out, rebound collected by Sydney Kidd. Ramsey to the left elbow. Goes inside. Here's a shot from Sullivan, and it's off the mark. And now Nova gets their first offensive possession. Grant all the way to the rim, bounces it down. Saren goes up. Her shot is short. Kiana Grant gets the rebound, gives it to Kiara Grant. Now Frederick finds Saren inside, but she loses the ball. Kidd collects it. Maya Gusto, guarded by Conley. Here's inside, bounces into the middle. A hand was able to poke that ball away, but it'll still be Spartan ball. Gusto over at the left wing, gets a screen, finds Saren in the middle though. And now a shot from the right elbow, off the glass and in. Call the bank for Audrey Ramsey. First score of the day. Here's Kiana Grant to Frederick from the point. Conley, she'll take the three, and it's off the mark, right-hand side. Didn't have enough height to it. Now Ramsey brings it over to the right-hand side, pitches it off for Gusto, bounces it into the middle for Sullivan. She finds Kidd in the middle. And that is the recipe for success for Tampa. Sydney Kidd, 6'3", averages 18 points per game. And you know, a lot of that is going to come from plays just like that. But Frederick on the other side, no good on the shot. And rebound collected by Malia Sullivan. Gets the handoff to Ramsey. And she'll leave it for Gusto. Gusto with the overhead pass inside for Sullivan. And she'll give it right back out to Maya Gusto, the junior guard. Now Ramsey. Back to the top. Sullivan inside for Kin. But Kin gets it lost. And it'll bounce out of play. It'll be Nova Southeastern ball. Receiving the inbound is Kiana Grant. Still looking for their first points today, Nova. And she'll take it all the way over to the left-hand side where she's guarded by Sarah Jones. Saren from the point. Checks to Frederick. Frederick inside. Beyond the left block. Back out to Conley. 10 on the shot clock. Conley cuts to her right. Still holding on to it. Dribbling with her right. Switches to her left, then goes back right, cuts to the side, and is able to make a great move right before the buzzer. And Haley Conley takes off the goose egg for Nova. Ramsey feeling some pressure from Grant, but is able to get by it. Now Gusto is able to draw the foul, and they're going to say Kiana Grant fouled her there. And coming in for the first time in a couple months is Alexis Bryant, and she may be huge to how this game goes today, standing at 6'4". Last time she played was at Lynn back in November. Been out with an injury, and we've got a charge. Malia Sullivan being called for it. Madison Frederick taking the charge. Alexis Bryant averaging 8 points per game before her injury. What a massive addition she is to have back to this squad. And she'll be someone that can match up with Sydney Kin. Much more like for like, and is actually an inch taller. Grant inside for Bryant, but it's a little bit over her head. They're going to have to get her back acclimated to the game. They're not just going to be fresh and ready to go from the cuff. But boy, is she a welcome return. Gusto hands it off to Ramsey, able to connect with Kin. Kin down the right lane and off the glass and in. Sydney Kin doing what she does. Here's Kiana Grant. Across the 10-second line. Finds Frederick. Now Kiara Grant on the ball. Over to Mackenzie Steele. Steele looking about. Checks it over to Kiana Grant. Finds Kiara. She'll go inside. Bounce it to Bryant. And there she is. Alexis Bryant with her first point since November. With a nice pass, a nice find from Kiara Grant. Now Ramsey. Hands it off to Gusto. 2-point game as it stands. Kin gets the ball, but then they have a whistle and a foul. Alexis Bryant gonna get her first foul. India Shepherd's gonna check in. Still the same starting five for Tampa. Nearly 5 minutes into the first quarter. Gusto veers around from the right block, and she's disrupted on her way. Chance to tie it. Here's Shepherd going up quickly and getting the bucket. 6-6 your scoreline after that quick transition layup for India Shepherd. Ramsey crosses half court. Shepherd's right by her. Able to connect with Gusto, bounces it to Sullivan from the left elbow. Sullivan drives inside, floats it off the glass. A tough bucket. Good work offensively from Aaliyah Sullivan, the team's second leading scorer. Conley with a juke inside, still going with it. And her throw to the rim is off the mark. Sullivan to Gusto. Now Sullivan once again. Inside for Sydney Kin. And Kin can't get it to go, but gets her own shot. And the second effort is good. Matchup there on Sano Saren, who's 5'10". 5-inch difference between the two of them. Shepard from the left wing. And that's going to be a turnover. Not onto the ball for too long. And that's going to be our first media timeout, which is a good chance to jump to Kovac Automotive, which is a family-owned and operated business taking care of Davie and Cooper City's automotive needs for 46 years. Special discounts are available for NSU faculty, staff, students, and alumni. Visit them close to campus at 2770 Davie Road, just north of Nova Drive on the right-hand side. Kovac is the place to go to get your routine oil change, a new set of tires, or mechanical work done to your vehicle. Van's Fresh Kitchen believes in fresh, high-quality ingredients to nourish and energize your body. Create your own custom bowls and enjoy fresh daily pressed juices, teas, and juice frescas. Fresh Kitchen is located at 2852 South University Drive. Well, Sydney Kinn living up to the billing early on in this game. 6 points for the senior who averages 18 points per game. And the defense of Tampa also living up to it, only allowing 59 points per game, which leads the conference. We'll see how Nova adjusts, but first, it's Tampa offensively. Sullivan from the charity stripe. Couple of jukes and moves, a twist and shot, and that's another impressive bucket from Aaliyah Sullivan. Proving to be an apt scorer who can jar open the space she needs. Shepard to steal. Backs into Conley. Conley over to the left-hand corner. Sarin for three, and it's too strong. Steele with the board, and Steele couldn't get the finish. Twirls off the back iron and out. Now the Spartans with a chance to have more than double the advantage. Ramsey to Gusto. In that right-hand corner, Gusto still going. And a nice run and drive from Maya Gusto. 8-point game now. Shepard guarded by Sarah Jones. Hands it off to Conley. They need to get one of their offensive pieces rolling. Here's Kiana Grant. Kicks out to left-hand side. Sarin for three. This one she's got. Had her calibration shot and then knocks the second effort down. Gusto, guarded by Shepard. Brings it over to the right-hand side and will give it to Ramsey. Kinn with the ball now. Pops inside for Sullivan. And Sullivan's going to go at it herself and misses that effort. Steele from the right wing. Get it to Conley. She'll take the three. And she's got the three. Bangs it through. And just like that, it's a 2-point game once again after a pair of triples from the Sharks. Ramsey being guarded ferociously by Kiana Grant. Now Kinn stepping inside. It's blocked. Came off the hands of Haley Conley. It'll stay Tampa ball. Ramsey looked to inbound it with 16 on the shot clock, 2:08 to go in the first quarter. Ramsey inside for Gusto. Gusto with the move. Gusto able to get the finish. Frederick, she'll pull a three, and that'll rattle out. Madison Frederick yet to get going so far today. Ramsey guarded by Shepard. Spin to her right, leaves it for Gusto. And that's another turnover. 3-second foul, or violation, excuse me. So Grant bounces it to Kiana Grant. Kiana Hands it off for Kiara. Pitches it outside to McGill, who just subbed in. Now steal for three. And it is no good. And it's an offensive foul. Excuse me. Saray McGill with the offensive foul. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Maya Gusto is able to connect with Ramsey. Ramsey will go all the way down the court and then way overshoots it from the right block. Now quick transition. Here's Steele. Steele to Frederick. Open three. She's got it. They're starting to feel it from beyond the arc now. 1 point game once again. With just over a minute to go in the first. Roger Leopold into the game for the first time. Kin with a spin and shot, and that one will teeter over the rim and in. McGill couldn't keep that one in. The long pass will go off the baseline and out for a quick turnover. Also, our first look at Alani Gallagher for the Spartans as Kin and Sullivan have checked out. Jones across half court. He gives it to Gusto, and Gusto goes up and puts too much juice on it. Off the backboard and out. Here's Kiara Grant. Bouncing it inside. Frederick, easy bucket. Good find from Grant. And it's once again a 1 point difference. Shot clock turned off. Gusto by Kiara. Here's Leopold with a good find inside and throwing it up and getting it to go through is Sarah Jones. Frederick from the point, steps to her right, down the right-hand side, and Frederick gets it to go. And that'll do it for the first quarter of action. Your scoreline, Tampa 20, Nova Southeastern 19. So just 1 point separating the two sides. And it's a good time to talk about the Courtyard Marriott in Plantation, which is the preferred hotel of NSU Athletics. But we'll step aside for just a moment, and we'll be back after this. Courtyard Marriott and Plantation is the preferred hotel of NSU Athletics and is located just 3 miles from campus. Visit plantationcourtyard.com and enter promo code NVU for a special athletics department rate. Make sure to tell them you're a Shark fan to receive Shark discounts and a free shuttle service to NSU. Lime Fresh Mexican Grill believes in using local ingredients and from-scratch products to create all their food fresh. Get your assortment of tacos, burritos, fajitas, and more. Lime Fresh Mexican Grill is located at 801 South University Drive. As we welcome you back to the court. 1 point game difference between number 15 Tampa and number 24 Nova Southeastern. The visiting side leading, but Nova Southeastern with possession to start off the second quarter. You're watching this on the SSC Digital Network, where you can find all your SSC matchups for every SSC school. As Saray McGill checks it over to Madison Frederick, guarded by Sullivan. She'll bounce it inside. This is Grant. Kiana Grant goes up, and Kiana Grant gets it to go. Her first bucket of the evening. Noah Southeastern with the lead for the first time tonight. Ramsey to the right-hand side. Flicks it inside for Gusto, and then Gusto off the glass gets it to go. Steele. Quickly down the court she goes. Sends it inside for McGill. McGill goes up and gets it to go. Trading leads right now between Tampa and Nova. Ramsey through the jump circle, over to the right-hand side, leaves it for Gusto. Gusto guarded by Grant. The pass inside will be a fouling effort from Frederick. She jumped on the pass. I had a hand on Kin. So Madison Frederick will collect her first foul. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Audrey Ramsey floats it to Gusto. And with a little fake, then leaves it for Kin, and she'll pull it, and she's off the mark. Kiana Grant. Down the court she goes. Over to Kiara Grant. She winds inside. Grant bounces it to McGill. It goes through her legs. She collects it, though. Frederick now. Throws it back to Steele. Thought about the three. Now she'll take it. And it's off the nose. And it's swatted out of bounds by Malia Sullivan. It'll stay Shark basketball. And it looks like we're getting another look at Haley Conley and Alexis Bryant. Bryant got a couple minutes in the first quarter after a long time off, and McGill will also come out for Skyla Osceola. So 3 changes to the Shark personnel. Grant to Conley. Checks it to Kiara Grant. Finds Osceola. Being guarded by Sullivan. Conley once again from the left wing. Inside for Bryant. Bryant working on Kin, and Bryant gets it to go. Noah Southeastern with a 3-point lead. Ramsey with a jumping pass inside to Sullivan. She'll work her magic, and it's a charge. Malia Sullivan with her second foul already. And that's just the kind of production you just get from the likes of Kiara and Kiana Grant. Constantly in your way. And at any given moment, ready to take a charge, hit the deck, and win the ball back for their side. Kiana Grant will bring it over to the right-hand side. Pops it up for Bryant, and looks like it'll stay Shark basketball, coming off of Kin last. Grant checks it to Conley, catches it with one hand. Did it very nonchalantly. Now Kiara Grant down that left side. Gives it back to Osceola. Feeding pass in the middle, and Kin gets her hands on it first. Ramsey. Our team trailing by 3. Connects with Eleanor Marcheski. Our first time seeing her tonight. As Kin works on Bryant. And that ball came out of play. Coming off of Bryant last. So Audrey Ramsey, once again, the inbounder. Surveying her options. Throws it all the way to the top for Jones. Now Gusto. Spins, floats it up, off the glass and in for Maya Gusto. Very quick with the ball in her hands. Can whiz by players at any given moment. Conley for 3 on the other side, and she's got it. Swishes through for Haley Conley. All too clean for the graduate. Ramsey. Kiara Grant right in front of her. Steps to her left-hand side. Gives it to Marcheski. In the middle for Kin. It's swatted away by Bryant. Gusto has it now. Gusto to Kin. Kin goes up. And Kin will draw the foul. Doesn't get the and one. And that'll be Bryant's second foul. So she'll come out. And in comes Shepard, Sarin, Frederick. And Mackenzie Steele for that matter. And the first one will go through for Sydney Kin. She's got 9 points on the day. Shoots 76% from the free throw line. And that one will also go in. She's got 10 points. Our first into double figures here. Shepard crosses the jump circle. Gives it to Frederick. Now to Conley. She'll pull a three, and that's off the back iron. Ramsey to that left wing. Frederick jumped in on that one, trying to catch her off guard. Now Jones for three on the left corner. Bounces a couple of times, no good. Marcheski with the rebound, but her putback can't go. Shepard to Steele. Steele with a couple moves, and that's going to be a travel from Mackenzie Steele. Still a it's a 2-point game. Quick math was done just a little bit too quickly. Ramsey, guarded by Steele. Give it to Marcheski. Back to Ramsey. She takes a three. It's a high arcing shot, and a rainbow's through. And just like that, Tampa once again with the lead. Frederick, back to Saren. Saren driving forward. Her shot's no good, and it sails over the hands of India Shepard. Here's Gusto going the other way. Steele guarding her. Marcheski over to the right-hand side for Gusto. Inside for Kin. Saren got a hand on it. Kin shoots, it's good. 12 points for Sydney Kin. Shepard finds Saren. Over to Steele. Back to Conley. Motions some commands. Slings it inside for Steele. And another offensive foul. Mackenzie Steele will collect her first. And with that, 4:41 to go. The Spartans leading 31-28. We'll step aside.
Valley's all about making life easier for clients, and that's why we're all about smiles, too. So every day, we make it possible for home buyers to become homeowners, for folks chasing their dreams to become entrepreneurs, for parents to plan today for their children's tomorrow, and for communities to get better every day. You see, when we know we've put a smile on a customer's face, well, that puts one on ours, too.
Valley Bank is proud to support Shark Nation. As one of the nation's premier commercial banks, Valley has the expertise and the services to empower your business to succeed. Connect with our Fort Lauderdale team at valley.com and go Sharks. When it comes to graduation, Herff Jones is a one-stop shop. With numerous options for graduation products, visit Herff Jones online at www.herffjones.com to purchase your graduation ring and diploma frames. As we welcome you back to the Rick Case Arena, 3-point game in favor of Tampa. It's been a ton of exchanging leads here in the second quarter of action. If you're just tuning in, my name is Mark Schoenstert, providing you the play-by-play comms today on the SSC Digital Network in a ranked matchup between the Spartans and the Sharks. Nova Southeastern coming off a 9-point win at Barry back on the 7th. Kiara Grant led the side with 21 points in that victory as Steele gets the steal, goes down the court, bounces it to Kiana Grant, and she gets the bucket. I tell you what, Mackenzie Steele needs to stop it with those takeaways. Every single time it gets me. Kin with the shot, and Kin with the finish. 14 points. Kiana Grant, driving inside, going up, and that one will go in. Hesitated and then decided, you know what? Another bucket for Kiana Grant. 1-point ball game. Gusto checks it to Marcheski. Jones on the left-hand side bounces it in for Kin. Kin working on Frederick and puts it off the glass. It's automatic for Sydney Kin. Shepard. Frederick for three. And it's off the mark. Banged off the left-hand side and out. Tampa with the ball again. Marcheski to Jones. Inside for Kinn, and it's knocked away by Grant, but they're going to say it bounced off the baseline. But a commendable effort nonetheless as Steele comes out and Osceola comes in. Kinn's going to inbound it now. Kinn flips up to Marcheski, and they don't connect. Turnover for Nova. In favor of Nova, that is. Shepard. Sarah Jones awaits her. Frederick. Now going inside, pulls the jumper. It's off the mark. Bounced around a couple of times. And they say it came off of Kiana Grant last, so the Spartans will have possession as they inbound this one. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Gusto finds Ramsey. Ramsey holds. Marcheski now. Back to Ramsey. Struggling to find any avenues. Ramsey out to the left-hand side. Jones for three. It's too weak, and Frederick gets the board. Shepard holding it from the right wing. Is able to get it to Kiara Grant. Now Frederick on the ball, guarded by Kinn. Zips it inside. Kiara Grant gets it to go. That's her first points of the day. She's already got 3 assists to her name, which is more than her season average. Marcheski. Long two. It would have benefited from her being beyond the arc there, going off the tray. Kiana Grant loses the ball. Finds Kiara Grant. From that left elbow, she'll back up. Osceola for three. And after a couple bounces, it won't go, but Shepard fights for the board. Shepard goes up, doesn't get the foul. And Tampa will reclaim possession. But Shepard jumps on that one, winning it right back for the Sharks. Coming down the court and then turning on the dash. Osceola inside for Frederick. Marcheski on her back. Frederick with a couple pivots, goes up and off the glass it in for Frederick. She's got 9. And the Sharks once again with the lead. Marcheski to Ramsey. From the right elbow, she'll shoot, and she swishes it through. 45 seconds in the half. Kiara Grant leaves it for Frederick. Frederick drives it inside, bounces it back out to Grant. Osceola, another three, and that one's too far left. About 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock, as Ramsey will take it across the 10-second line where Kiana Grant will give her nice company. Marcheski to Gusto. And we're going to get a foul. India Shepard will get her first. Zeno Saren's going to come into the game in favor of Frederick. And 20 seconds to go. There'll be another inbound for Tampa. They'll look to see if they can expand their lead going into the half. They've got a 1-point advantage as it stands. Ramsey will keep holding it. No harm in waiting until the last second to shoot. Ramsey, she'll take it now, and it swishes through. 3 seconds to go. Shepard pulls it up, and Shepard just misses it. A little bit too short for India Shepard, and it'll be a 3-point lead for the Spartans going into the half, leading 39-36. We'll step aside for the halftime break. We'll be back for the second half of action.
treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Do you think you know the quarterdeck? Take another look. Quarterdeck. Come for the food, stay for the fun.
What have we here? Another random school of fish. Watch as they mimic each other's every move. Even their own mothers can't tell these fish apart. In this school, there is no room for individualism. These fish live in fear.
Valley's all about making life easier for clients, and that's why we're all about smiles, too. So every day, we make it possible for home buyers to become home owners, for folks chasing their dreams to become entrepreneurs, for parents to plan today for their children's tomorrow, and for communities to get better every day. You see, when we know we've put a smile on a customer's face, well, that puts one on ours, too.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
The Courtyard Marriott in Plantation is the preferred hotel of NSU Athletics and is located just 3 miles from campus. Visit PlantationCourtyard.com and enter promo code NVU for a special athletics department rate. Make sure to tell them you're a Shark fan to receive Shark discounts and free shuttle service to NSU. Attention NSU family and friends, Sharks Athletics premier partner Dell Technologies is now offering NSU friends and family a great price point and warranty package on Dell laptops, monitors, and other products. Please visit Dell.com/NSU Sharks for more information. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Choose from cold subs or hot subs with the option to make it a meal by adding sides or drinks. Jersey Mike's also has options for desserts that will leave you wanting more. Jersey Mike's is located over by the Target at 5840 South University Drive. Looking for a slice of summer? Playa Bowls uses fresh ingredients, serving healthy and delicious acai, pitaya, and coconut bowls along with smoothies, juices, and a as the clock counts down to the beginning of the second half of action here from the Shark Tank, the Rick Case Arena, as it's more properly known. It is 39-36 between the number 15 University of Tampa Spartans and the number 24 Nova Southeastern Sharks. You're watching on the SSC Digital Network. Mark Schoenster behind the mic for you as we get this second half action going here. Sullivan, we didn't see a lot of in the second quarter. It gets her pass picked away by Kiana Grant. Here's Frederick. Had an exciting second quarter as Haley pulls a three, and it's a little too strong. The ball's loose on the floor, and it's going to be Nova ball. 6 lead changes in the second quarter alone. Let's see if we see anything like that here in the third quarter of action. It's going to be hard to top as Conley finds Kiara Grant, guarded by Malia Sullivan. She connects with Madison Frederick. Frederick bearing over to the left-hand side between the two circles. Pulls it from the charity stripe and swishes it through. She's got 11 points now. Second player into double figures tonight. Jones bounces it back to Gusto. And they're tangled up. It's a jump ball. That's Nova Southeastern ball. Kiara Grant getting her hands in and forcing the turnover. And we're going to get a timeout from Tampa early on here in this third quarter. We're going to jump to a break, and we'll see what Coach Tom Jesse has in store outside of this break on the other end.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Tom Jesse in his 21st year as the head coach for Tampa, deciding to pull the timeout under a minute into the third quarter after one Nova bucket, a couple of turnovers, and once again Shark ball off the jump ball situation spurned by Kiara Grant. Didn't like what he was seeing and wanted to get ahead of the issue. Let's see if that'll reap benefits for Tampa or if Nova can capitalize off of this possession, take the lead, and take the steering wheel from there. Saren over to Kiara Grant. She checks it to Conley. She'll hold it low before finding Frederick. Frederick to Conley. Takes it to the right-hand side, and we've got a foul on Maya Gusto, which will be her first. One foul for number one. Here they come again. Conley to Grant. Checks back to Conley, and she'll take the three. Why not? Banging it through. Haley Conley with 11 points now. They gave her too much time. Jones with the now trailing Spartans. Sullivan to Gusto. Checks it over to Jones. Couple of feints before giving it to Ramsey. Cross court to Sullivan. Long range two, and she swishes it through with utmost confidence. Frederick pitches it back to Saino Sarant, who makes a couple of moves. A step off the glass, no good. Rebound collected by Sydney Kin, who had 16 points in the first half. Ramsey, low pass inside. Sullivan with the move, and Sullivan gets another one to go. She led her side last time they played, scored 20 points in a victory over Rollins. Their final score there was 71-44. Conley with a slinging shot, underhand effort, and it's no good. And then Jones gets barreled into by Kiara Grant. That'll be her first. Spartans have the lead again. Kin, after getting the inbound, can't get the layup to go, even though she was able to twist by Saren. Saren takes the three, and she's got the three. Nothing but net for Sano Saren. And it's a Shark lead. Well, I said it would be hard to top the lead changes in the second quarter, but we're doing pretty good in that regard already. Already have 3 of them, which is half of the 6 we had in the second quarter. Ramsey over to the left-hand side. Sullivan, another long 2. That one a little too short. The other 2 she made from roughly that spot was also a low arcing shot as Saren down the court quickly gets the bucket to go. She's got 8 points. Ramsey, our team trailing by 3. Sydney Kin, and she's going to be called for the travel. Some hands from Saren and Madison Frederick got her to lose control for just a moment. A little stutter, and just like that, it's a turnover for Tampa. Chance to make this over a 1-score game here if Nova can get a bucket. Shepard. Leaves it for Osceola. Now Steele. Mackenzie Steele. And we're going to get an offensive foul off the ball. And Kiara Grant will get her second, 2 in this third quarter. Mackenzie Steele checking back into the game. Only has 14 assists this season, but had 4 of them, so now 18 assists after 4 in the first half of action. As Sullivan is going to go to the free throw line on the other end. Skyla Osceola gets her first foul. So Malia Sullivan, who is an 80% free throw shooter, will go to the free throw line. The senior guard from Bartow, Florida, played at Winter Haven High School. She has shown her offensive prowess today, getting many contested buckets. Couple of tough shots that she's been able to put through, and she knocks down both her free throws. She's into double figures. 1-point game once again. Here's Shepard. Veers left. Got a zone from Tampa defensively. Osceola back to Shepard. Got to find one of those shooters outside here. Steele for 3, and it's good. Asking you, Sal, receive. Mackenzie Steele knocks it down. Here's Gusto. Trailing by 4. Ramsey floats it inside for Sullivan. She's got the hot hand, but she loses it. Picks it back up again, and she'll still go at it. Now Kin. 5 on the shot clock. Ramsey looking for some space. Long range 2, and it's short, and the board is collected by Bryant, who just checked into the game. If you missed the first half, Alexis Bryant returning for the first time since November. And then we've got a foul off the ball. Giving the ball right back to Tampa. And it's Alexis Bryant. That's her 3rd. Maybe subbing out here soon with 3 fouls to her name. Ramsey will hold it. Shepard's by her. Is able to get the pick. And then she'll toss it up. It's no good. Shepard gets the rebound. It's a rolling ball. Got it anyway. Tough pass, and Mackenzie Steele couldn't keep it in play. And with that, we're halfway through the third quarter. Nova Southeastern with a 4-point lead over Tampa. Fans Fresh Kitchen believes in fresh, high-quality ingredients to nourish and energize your body. Create your own custom bowls and enjoy fresh, daily pressed juices, teas, and juice frescas. Fresh Kitchen is located at 2852 South University Drive. Looking for a slice of summer? Playa Bowls uses fresh ingredients, serving healthy and delicious acai, pitaya, and coconut bowls, along with smoothies, juices, and a specialty coffee line. Playa Bowls is located at 2471 South University Drive. Show your shark card for a special discount. Four-point lead for Nova Southeastern after 5 minutes have transpired here in the third quarter. You're watching a ranked matchup between the Sharks and the Spartans on the SSC Digital Network. Tampa looking to chip off this advantage that Nova has. And it'll be Gusto to Sarah Jones, who will bring it down the court and will look to spark the response. Gusto to Ramsey. Finds Sullivan. She floats inside for Sydney Kinn. Kinn loses the ball. Skyla Osceola has guarded her well, but an errant pass finds Sarah Jones. Jones, a floater, and it swishes through. Her second bucket of the day. It's a 2-point game. Shepard will take her time. Hands it off for Kiara Grant. Grant pitches it to Steele. Steele with the feint. Now Shepard. 7 on the shot clock. Shepard for Frederick. 5 on the shot clock. Shepard's got to pull it. Excuse me, that's Frederick, and Frederick bangs it through. Madison Frederick with time running down. An excellent shot from the team's leading scorer. Gusto to Ramsey. She'll beam it across the court to Sullivan. Now Jones with the screen. Weaves through, throws it up, and it's no good, but Kent with her first bucket here in the second half gets the rebound and put back. Shepard. Now Frederick. Frederick with a couple of stunts forward. And that's a foul on Tampa. Sydney Kinn with her first. So Madison Frederick will inbound it. And she'll play it up top for Conley. Frederick, right wing. Cuts inside with a pump, and she gets it to go. She's got 16 points now, Madison Frederick. Ramsey crosses the 10-second line. Kiara Grant is right there to introduce herself. Now Gusto with Kiana Grant. Now Sullivan with Frederick guarding her. And we got a whistle and an off-the-ball foul. Oh, it's a 3-second call. Excuse me. Kiana Grant with a 5-point lead. The Sharks looking to expand it. I don't think they've had a lead larger than 5 all day. Frederick. Between the two circles. Pass it to Conley. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Conley goes in. Conley zips it to the left corner. Sarin for 3. It's short. It's well short. Sullivan driving in herself and gets the ball knocked out of her hands, but not before the foul whistle is blown. So she'll go to the free throw line and take 2. Kiana Grant will collect her second foul. And Saray McGill is going to check into the game for Madison Frederick.
Number 24, Malia Sullivan.
Sullivan's already knocked down 2 free throws today. She's got 10 points. Last year when these two teams played, she had 12 points. That was last season. So, of course, a lot of different faces for both casts of players. And that'll go through as well. So she's reached her total she had last go around. Given the way she's been playing, I would anticipate her breaking that before all is said and done. Kiana Grant to Conley, guarded by Gusto. Conley gashes to the left-hand side, and Conley off the glass couldn't get it. Gusto. Kiara Grant guarding her. Now Ramsey with Kiana Grant. Jones. Back to Kin. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan with a couple moves. Sullivan goes up, and she'll draw the foul. Nearly an and one. Saray McGill with her second foul, and I said it just a moment ago, Sullivan with a chance to break her 12-point total last time she played the Sharks, and that seems all but imminent now. 80% free throw shooter. Now I'll switch through for Sullivan. She's got 13. Worth noting, Sydney Kent made her way to the bench. And she'll switch that one through as well. She's got 14, Malia Sullivan. And Sullivan will check out. Marcheski is in the game. And Alani Gallagher in the place of Kin and Sullivan. Look at Saren with the move, and Saren with the finish. Three-point game once again. Ramsey, guarded by Grant. Kiana Grant. Gusto veers around the right-hand side. She can be quick. Gusto. Back over to Gallagher. Long range 2, and it goes through. Her first bucket of the day, Alani Gallagher. Conley. Player goes down, nothing called. And that one comes off the feet of McGill, and we've got a tangle up, jump ball. It'll be Tampa possession. And with a 1-point game, Tampa can take the lead once again. Conley will come out. Frederick will come in. 7 seconds between shot and game here in the third quarter. Ramsey crosses half court. Will take it to the left-hand side, guarded by Frederick. Spin, steps inside. That's a nice finish from Ramsey. Audrey Ramsey with 11 points. That's her season average. And the Spartans have taken the lead once again. Shot clock turned off for the third quarter. Nova can take it right back if they can get something here. McGill pulls the jumper, and it rattles out. It's still being tipped around. 3 seconds left. And I don't know if we're going to get a shot off. At least nothing substantial. And like every other quarter has ended, it'll be Tampa going into the break with the advantage, leading 57-56. But with how many times the lead has changed in this game, I think we're in for a saucy fourth quarter, but we'll step aside for a break here. as it's been for a lot of this game. It is a 1-point difference between Tampa and Nova Southeastern as we enter the fourth quarter here on the SSC Digital Network. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're tuning in late, you've missed a back-and-forth game. 10 lead changes. I'm Mark Schuster. I'm giving you the comms for today's game. Frederick goes up, misses the shot, and the rebound will be collected by Maya Gusto. Marcheski finds Gusto once again. Hands it off to Marcheski. She gets double teamed. Is able to squeeze it out. Floats inside for Kin. And that's easy pickings for Sydney Kin, who's now got 20 points. McGill gets tripped up. And Gusto will collect her second. And Saray McGill is in some pain, so she's going to come out. And Haley Conley will come in. That is never a comfortable sensation. I didn't quite see the hit to the deck, but when you clack those knees against the hard deck, it is unforgiving. Shepard finds Conley. Gives it to Grant. And an offensive foul. Skyla Osceola with her second. 3-point lead for Tampa. We'll look to make it beyond a one-score game here in this tight, competitive affair. Ramsey veers to the left. Gives it to Marcheski. Low pass inside for Sullivan. Now Kin with the shot, and Kin, a little too much on it. Sarin with a couple moves, throws it up, and it's off the side of the backboard. Kin gets the rebound. Gusto. Aseno Sarin by her, but she'll blow right by. Leaves it for Kin. Kin gives out to Marcheski. She's double teamed. Can she get out of it? She's able to. And I think we've got a timeout here. And that is the case. So we'll step aside briefly.
What have we here? Another random school of fish. Watch as they mimic each other's every move. Even their own mothers can't tell these fish apart. In this school, there is no room for individualism. These fish live in fear.
Well, in a game between two ranked teams, it sure hasn't disappointed. 3-point advantage for Tampa. It's also the second and third leading scorers in the conference playing. Sydney Kin, averaging 18 points per game, has 20. Madison Frederick, who also is averaging 18 points per game, has got 16. It's just been one of those days. Nova Southeastern will see the leading scorer, Amanda Ulrich, on Saturday. So something you want to keep tabs on as this one resumes to play. Obviously can't be looking ahead with how tight this affair has been. Just a little teaser for you as Ramsey is able to get that one to go. She has been smart with her shot selection today. And it's proven beneficial for this side as Osceola slips through the back and gets it to go. Quick response for the Sharks to keep it a one-score game once again. Ramsey from the left wing. Bounces it to Sullivan. Guarded by Frederick. Gives it to Gusto. Gusto will try to blow by on the right-hand side, and she draws the foul. Doesn't get the N1, but she'll go to the free throw line. Maya Gusto averaging 12 points per game. You can see how she does it. Despite her stature of 5'5", she is so quick. Only shoots 69% from the free throw line, though, and as we see there, misses the first one. And the fourth quarter, making free throws is so crucial. She'll get the second one to go. She's got 9 points on the day. 4-point game. Kiana Grant. Gusto awaits her. Goes to her left. Out to Osceola. Now Frederick. Frederick goes down the right lane. And she gets the N1 bucket. An aptly timed jump, draws the contact, and goes to the free throw line. Madison Frederick has 18 points. Can make it 19 with the free throw here. It can also bring it within one. And it's off the back iron, no good. Still a 2-point game. It was Eleanor Marcheski who fouled Frederick there. That's her first. Gusto with a step and shoot. And it's no good, but she's going to take 3. Fouled by Kiara Grant. That's her third foul. Caught her on the way down. And so Maya Gusto, the junior guard from Naples, so just across the Everglades from here. Played at Gulf Coast High School. Went 1 for 2 on her last trip to the free throw line. And that one will go in. She's now got double figures. Second one's up and through. And she's got one more. And that one will rattle through. 5-point game for the Spartans. Frederick for Conley. Conley leaves it for Shepard. Shepard hands it off to Frederick. Frederick steps inside with a spin. Couple good moves, and she's blocked, but she draws the foul. So she'll go to the free throw line, and Sydney Kinn will collect her second foul. Oh, no, they're going to say it's on Audrey Ramsey. And that one, after some lucky hops from Madison Frederick, will go through. And the second one is no good. This hasn't been her free throw shooting day thus far. 3 attempts and 2 misses, and the other one required a little bit of a detour to go through. Gusto to Kinn. Hands it off to Ramsey. Ramsey plays it back out to Sullivan. Sullivan with a couple of prods. Out to Gusto. 5 on the shot clock. Gusto dashing towards the rim and gets the N1 foul. Maya Gusto coming alive here in the fourth. A 6-point lead for the Spartans, a chance to make it 7. As Gusto goes to the free throw line once again. And that one's good. 15 points for Maya Gusto. Sano Sarin will come in for Osceola. Things have started off well offensively here in the fourth quarter for Tampa. Sarin goes down that right lane, and she's called for a travel. And we're going to get a timeout from Nova Southeastern, a much-warranted timeout, as we take the time to talk about Burger Hive, which is your #1 choice when it comes to 100% plant-based burgers. With a menu free of meat, dairy, egg, as well as other animal products, Burger Hive is located at 4607 South University Drive. Fresh Kitchen believes in fresh, high-quality ingredients to nourish and energize your body. Create your own custom bowls and enjoy fresh daily pressed juices, teas, and juice frescas. Fresh Kitchen is located at 2852 South University Drive. 7-point game. And a travel from Say No Sarin will give possession back to Tampa. If they can get a bucket, it would be their largest lead of the day. Currently have a 7-point advantage. Both teams tied for second place in the conference at 6-1 behind only Eckerd. Sullivan leaves it for Ramsey. And Ramsey will hold it. Sullivan floats inside for Kinn, working on steal, and Kinn with a couple moves. Some more easy work for Sydney Kinn. She's got 22 points. And just like that, the Spartans have the largest lead of the day, 9 points. Frederick, and she's going to go to the free throw line again. Ramsey gets her second. Osceola comes in, Steele comes out. Kiara Grant comes in, Deanna Shepard goes out. And Haley Colony is also going to check in. And Say No Sarin will make way. And that one will go through for Frederick. Now at 20 points. And that one will go through as well. Those look much better for Madison Frederick. Sullivan crosses half court. Finds Ramsey, and Ramsey with an easy finish. Puts the lead back at 9. Grant leaves it for Osceola. She steps inside. Bounces to Frederick. Frederick backing into Sullivan. Out to Osceola for 3. It's good! A much-needed 3 from Skyla Osceola. 6-point game once again. Gusto with just over 5 minutes to go in the game. Crosses half court. Finds Sullivan. Not much of a 3-point shooter. Gusto goes to her left. Over to that left block, trying to find the space. And that ball got knocked out of her hands. And then Kinn, with the effort, can't get it to go. Frederick bounces to Conley, but it's knocked out of play by Gusto. It'll stay Shark ball with 4:46 to go. Frederick finds Kiana Grant. She'll back up. 20 on the shot clock. Grant flicks it up and couldn't twirl it in. Gusto gets it knocked out of her hands, but she collects it. It somehow dishes it to Sullivan. She moves and she scores. What a possession from Tampa. And a steal on the other side. Gets knocked off of Kiana Grant and will go out once again an 8-point game. Was able to pick it up low and dish it right into Sullivan's hands. An impressive effort from Maya Gusto. And here she is again. Kinn to Ramsey. Under 20 on the shot clock. Ramsey guarded by Grant. Gusto now flips it. It's Kinn. Inside to Sullivan, working on Frederick. And getting the bump and the finish. Malia Sullivan with 18 points. And a new largest lead, a 10-point advantage for the Spartans. Time is running out for the Sharks, under 4 to go. They need answers and they need it quick. Grant. Out to Osceola. Kiara Grant. To Kiana. And we got a whistle and a foul off the ball. And Audrey Ramsey will get her 3rd foul. I didn't see what occurred. Too busy looking at who was holding the ball. And Madison Frederick will go to the free throw line now that they've reached the limit. And that one's good. She's got 22. And that'll be Short off the nose, but Kiana Grant gets the rebound. Out to Osceola for three, and it's not right. It was too right. Osceola to the right-hand corner. Conley for three. That one's good. Haley Conley knocked it down. 6-point game. Four points on that possession. Gusto. Guarded by Kiara Grant. To the right elbow. She'll pull it up. And wow, Gusto's in another mode right now. Osceola turns to the left block and doesn't get the end one, but will go to the free throw line, drawing the foul off of Sydney Kinn. That'll be her second. Osceola has only shot 3 free throws all season long, and these are pretty big ones. And that's her first miss of the season. Was 3 for 3 up until that point, of course, and now to make it a 7-point game. That one was good. 6 points for Skyla Osceola. Gusto. We'll have to get it by Kiara Grant, showing her handles. Gusto still going. .14 on the shot clock. Gusto has it again. Now pitches it to Ramsey, under 10. Ramsey with the long two. Bounces up, no good. Osceola with the rebound. Kiana Grant to Osceola. Now Conley holding it low. Gusto is right by her. Gets the screen. Still looking for somewhere to go with it. Now Osceola holds. Osceola inside. Kiana Grant goes up, and Kiana Grant doesn't get the foul, much to the disdain of the Shark bench. Under 2 minutes to go. It's a 7-point game still. Gusto still holding. And that one knocked out of bounds. With 11 seconds on the shot clock. Ramsey, 9 and counting. Ramsey to the left lane, clutches, shoots, and it's no good. Frederick down the court to Conley. Conley goes up, it's blocked. Malia Sullivan. I think that's just her 3rd block of the season, but timed it just right. Frederick backing in, going up, and getting the bucket. Tight finish from Madison Frederick. Ramsey is able to get it across the 10-second line as we approach 1 minute to go. Sullivan to Kinn. Between the two circles, Kinn looks around, hands it to Gusto. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gusto is able to look for Kinn inside. She collects it. Kinn goes up. It's blocked from behind. Madison Frederick with a much-needed hand of disruption. Now Osceola for 3. Yes! The hopes are still alive for the Sharks. Osceola bangs down a 3. It's a 2-point game with 37 seconds. Tampa timeout moves the ball down the court. 37 seconds left to go. The Spartans lead by 2. Noah Southeastern need a stop here. You're watching this exciting conclusion on the SSC Digital Network as Ramsey gets the inbound, takes it down the court, guarded by Kiana Grant. Ramsey to Sullivan. Sullivan looks for Kin inside. Osceola's guarding her. Kin with a couple moves. And she misses it. It's a turnover. 21 seconds to go. Nova with a chance to tie or take the lead. Kin was expecting one position with her pass, but she was sending it to a ghost. Kiana Grant to her left, to Osceola for 3 in the lead, off the mark. And Haley Conley gets the board. 10 seconds to go. Conley to Osceola. 6 seconds. Inside to Frederick. Frederick chucks it up, and she draws the foul. She's got 2 free throws to tie it up and keep the game alive. Her 3rd foul, and Madison Frederick with 24 points. The graduate transfer, of course, from the Power 5 school, Iowa State, Shoots 77 on the season, and it's good. Now for the second one. This is when free throws aren't free, and it's no good. Tipped up, and that's the game. The second free throw was missed from Madison Frederick, and just like that, the game concludes. Tampa come out with a victory and claim sole spot of second place in the SSC, handing the Sharks their 2nd loss of the season. A disappointing conclusion for Nova Southeastern, but a hard-fought game and a hard-fought road win for the Spartans. And with that, we'll step aside, and we'll see if we can get post-game thoughts after this on the SSC Digital Network. We'll see you then.
Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
Do you think you know the quarterdeck? Take another look. Quarterdeck. Come for the food, stay for the fun.
What have we here? Another random school of fish. Watch as they mimic each other's every move. Even their own mothers can't tell these fish apart. In this school, there is no room for individualism. These fish live in fear.
Valley's all about making life easier for clients, and that's why we're all about smiles, too. So every day, we make it possible for home buyers to become homeowners, for folks chasing their dreams to become entrepreneurs, for parents to plan today for their children's tomorrow, and for communities to get better every day. You see, when we know we've put a smile on a customer's face, well, that puts one on ours, too.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Valley's all about making life easier for clients, and that's why we're all about smiles, too. So every day, we make it possible for home buyers to become homeowners, for folks chasing their dreams to become entrepreneurs, for parents to plan today for their children's tomorrow, and for communities to get better every day. You see, when we know we've put a smile on a customer's face, well, that puts one on ours, too.